Hey guys, before the video starts, like and subscribe for my content, okay? You guys are great, the best. Enjoy the video. Thank you. Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy here, and you know what? I'm back with some more Tokusatsu content. It's been a long time, and I'm finally doing something cool again. It's top 5 manga you should read if you love Tokusatsu. Definite, for sure. First one on the list is the manga known as Kaiju Number 8, a story about a young man named Kafka Abino who's in his 30s, and his friend Mina. See, Kafka Abino is a young man who would join a cleaning division, cleaning up after defense forces fighting against giant monsters known as Kaiju. He wanted to originally join the defense division, but he flunked out in all the tests. Meanwhile, his friend Mina became one of the 6 captains that are fighting back against this giant monster threat. See, Kafka here, he ends up cleaning after them all the time, and he ends up joining with a newly recruited member, Leno, who tries to, one-up him in things and try to be better than him when it comes to cleaning. During this time, Kafka himself gets infected by a strange kaiju creature and becomes the being known as Kaiju Number 8, a bioweapon whose only objective is to destroy and kill all kaiju. Now with his friend Leno and then his friend Mina, he will now try to survive in this world as a kaiju weapon man, also destroying all kaiju and fighting against the defense force members as well. Will he survive? Will he succeed? How in the hell did he turn into this creature anyway? Who knows? Checking out this manga, it's actually pretty good. The panels for the manga are pretty well done. The art is fast, eclectic, and action-packed, and the story has actually a lot of intrigue. Here's the thing, the defense division has been around for a very long time, and it's implied that people have been fighting kaiju since the old samurai days. So several hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. It's a very interesting read, and I want to see where this goes. I'm really interested in it, and how things are going right now. It's just ramping up. So yeah, first one on docket, Kaiju Number 8. Give it a read. Next manga up on the docket is Guyver, the Bio-Boosted Armor. Now this little number is totally lovely. Anyone who loves Tokusatsu should definitely read the Guyver. It's a story about a young high school boy named Sho Fukumachi, a 17-year-old living in Japan. Now one day he stumbles upon an ancient item, the Guyver unit, a alien artifact of such vastness and power that it literally just springs up and then attaches itself to his face. Because of that, he merges with it and creates an armor known as the Guyver. Now this armor gives you 100 to 200 times more power than normal, turning a human into a literal walking nuke. Now, due to the fact of him having such power now, he is now being interested in by weird parties who rule the world. These beings known as Zoonoids. The Zoonoids are a race of monstrous beings who look human but have vast, powerful psychic abilities and can transform into monstrous beings at any given notice that can take out entire countries to entire continents, maybe even planets. Now Sho Fukumachi has a choice: either run away and be a coward and not fight these beings, or use the powers he's been given to fight these Zoonoid creatures up. And you know what? He actually doesn't have much of a choice anyway, because they're gonna go after him since he has the Guyver unit, a thing that they want the most in this world that will give them possibly unlimited power. Now, the world of the Guyver is really cool. The manga is drawn in such a way from the 80s that's violent, bloody, gory, and it also has some nice, armored man suit fighting against weird monstrous alien creatures. The world of the Guyver, like I said, is interesting due to the fact that it pertains to our own history. How about hidden beings, alien artifacts, ancient secrets, and whatnot. So if you like adventure and fighting and lots of other stuff of that ilk, sci-fi, you should definitely read the Guyver. This next one's actually pretty interesting. The manga is called 1,000 Yen Hero. See, this young man named Hayasa Sen is living a life like a bum. This man's always trying to get money, and he doesn't seem to have enough. And he's trying to take care of himself and his little sister. Meanwhile, he has to juggle that by being a hero, an armored hero. And here's the problem. See, armored heroes have these belts, and these belts are what they can use to fight against, monsters, demons, and whatnot in their world. Here's the kicker. They have to pay actual money in their belts in order to transform. Now, there are several grades of hero, ranking from, this belt only costs a penny, maybe 1 yen, to the highest rate heroes being the 1,000 yen heroes. And they cost about $7.35 a second for the transformation. So Sen is 1,000 yen rate hero, the highest rate hero, and his belt is extremely powerful, and he has to pay about 735 a second in order to maintain this transformation. It's hectic, it's hard, and this man always needs money. Here's the thing, he's still a hero no matter what. He fights against monsters, creatures, and saves people, even though he knows that his wallet is literally going to be broke after like 10 seconds of transformation or so. Now, the manga itself is pretty cool. There's a lot of cool fights between monsters and heroes. There's other heroes out there that Sen basically fights with, encounters, and also teams up with. There's also the secret regarding the belts and the heroes, because a little bit of a thing, the belts may or may not have their own consciousness, possibly from heroes long past, or they came from somewhere else. It's not really known yet. Anyway, the manga series is actually done. It's just not fully translated. I wish it was fully translated now. There's like, what, I think maybe like 15 or 16 volumes. There's a lot. So yeah, give it a read. It's pretty cool, and it gives me a whole Kamen Rider Super Sentai feel. And here we come to the most gratuitous, gory series of today, the manga known as Apocalypse Zero. Now, if you know about Apocalypse Zero, that's great. If you don't, here you go. See, the manga is about a young man named Kakugo and his brother Harara, who were trained to fight against monsters in a post-apocalyptic 21st century Tokyo. Here's the thing, right? They're given armors created by their grandfather. These super-powered exoskeletons are made using the souls of the dead from World War II. Now, both of them are given armors to slay monsters and fight evil and whatnot, right? Kakugo, totally fine. He's totally great. He's all like, you know what? Justice runs in my veins. I'm gonna slay all these demons, monsters, and corrupted folk and return the earth back to normal. Meanwhile, his brother Harara puts on the armor and goes, nah man, but I'm possessed by the evil demon powers now, and also, what, I'm not your brother no more, I'm your sister. So yeah, that happens. And Harara turns into Harara, just the girl version. Yeah, anyway, several years later, Kakugo enrolls into a post-apocalyptic high school known as the Iron Cross Academy, and he goes to fight against his brother sister Harara, who is now leading an army of evil demons, mutants, and deviants. Who will win in this epic battle between good and evil? Will Kakugo destroy his brother's sister? Why in the hell is this series so gratuitous and gory? It's literally like an Ed Harley painting shirt on speed. I don't know, man. There was 2 OVAs created from this manga, and they're super gory. I'll warn you right now. If you're ever gonna read or watch this, be prepared, because there are some things in this manga, man, that I can never forget. Like, legit. I'll just tell you like one thing, okay? Alright? Giant, obese, titty monster, and there are faces stapled to her titties. Yeah, that's all I can say. I can't say any more than this, okay? Just read it for yourself. It's freaking wild, fantastic. Oh, by the way, Kakugo's armor is powered by the souls of 3,000 Japanese soldiers, and they literally take the like appearance of grimacing like ghost skulls, and they literally are his Cortana or his Jarvis during the time, advising him what to do and how to fight the enemy. It's actually really cool. So yeah, give it a read if you dare. And last but certainly not least, number 5, Zetman. Now, this series is close and dear to my heart due to the fact that it's 2 things that I love in this world: Tokusatsu and horror, and it's freaking awesome. The story is about a young man named Jin and another young man named Koga. Now, these young men transform into their hero forms known respectively as Zetman and Alphys. Now, Zetman is a creature that Jin transforms into that is a superhuman, winged, kind of like demon-like creature, and Alphys is a suit of power armor put on by Koga. These young men are given a rivalry throughout the entire manga, and you'll get to see how it plays out. Meanwhile, they are dealing with these monstrous abominations called players created by weird megacorporations for some unknown purpose. Is it to exterminate mankind? Is it to protect them? Is it to make them evolve? Who knows? But Zetman and Alphys have to fight them. Like, they need to fight them. It's like an instinct. Here's the thing, in order to fight them, they also have to fight each other. due to the fact of their ideologies and what they stand to gain or lose. It's a very interesting series, and how it plays out is something you might not expect due to twists and turns and all that. The characters are interesting themselves. Jin, as Zetman, is more of a wild type personality. Meanwhile, Koga, who's Alphys, again, is like a rich boy, you know, he gets everything. Meanwhile, Jin's a homeless kid. Literally, he's homeless in the freaking manga, like majority of the time. He lives on the streets, and he just does what he does to survive and get by and fight against creatures. And Koga doesn't have to lift a finger to get everything he needs, but he eventually, you know, uses money Batman style and Iron Man style in order to create, like, you know, the armor to fight. So yeah, give it a read. Give it a watch as well. There's actually a 13 episode anime out, and it came out a couple years ago. It's alright. It's pretty well done. It's done the art style of the manga, so I really like it. I wish there was a season 2, but we never got a season 2. Maybe due to lack of interest in it. I don't know. Anyway, give it a shot. Give it a read. It's a really good horror tokusatsu manga, and I wish there were more of them out there. Okay, that's about it that I have on these manga, 5 manga that you should read if you love tokusatsu. There will be more, because surprisingly there's a lot of out there, and ones that are not directly related to like Kamen Rider or Super Sentai. There's a lot of them out there. Anyway, have a good one, y'all, and happy 2023. This is my first video of 2023. It's been a while since I made one, I guess. You know, I've been dealing with stuff and dealing with a lot of things. Love you guys. You're the best. Have a good one. See ya.